Can you end the recording? You see my screen, right?
Right now it's the blacks. Now we can hear.
Right. So we were talking about this exceptions, right? So I was writing the exceptions. Let's see how it works. So division with zero is not possible. Subtraction not possible. Subtraction not possible. Second value. Second value is more than first value. Okay. Save it now here. Go to source code here. Here, you should raise the exception. How you raise the exception here is, suppose here, right? You can compare here. If I underscore var1, okay, less than I underscore var2, okay, you can raise the exception name using raise keyword. Raise and exception name here. Exception name. Okay. If operator equal to minus, if first value is less than the second value, raise exception. It goes to here and end if should do here only. Right? So whereas if the first value is more than the second value, this if condition will not become true. It goes to this part and will execute this one. Okay. So division also will write one division part here. If you go to here, else if I underscore operator equal to division, right? E underscore result equal to I underscore var1 divided by I underscore var2. Okay. Here also we can make one comparison. How to compare?
Pronunciation.
No. Second value.
If IVR equals to 0, right? Or less than 0, something like that.
Oh, yes. Less than or equal to 0. If I underscore var2 less than or equal to 0. Or equal to 0, it can be better. EQ for equal to 0. Then give the raise the keyword. Raise is a keyword and give that exception name here. This exception name you can give any name. Not required to give underscore and all, not mandatory. Go to here. Raise exception name and if. Okay. That's our check syntax. Spelling mistake. Right? Check syntax activate now. Now you should call this function model once again in the program because we added the extra information right in the program. Go to here in the program. Okay. Back. Right here, we should call it again. Okay. Remove this one. Pattern. Okay, call function, same function module, call here. Now see the format is defined. It has added the exceptions also. Right, you can observe it here now. Same thing here, you pass here p underscore wire1, p underscore wire2. And here operator you can pass as a p underscore operator. Same thing how what we have done earlier. Uncomment this one all. To uncomment this one, say here v underscore result here. Okay. This exception, so if it is division by 0 case, it becomes your sy sub rc becomes 1 now. Here equal to 1. 1 here. Wait statement. Okay. Division by 0 is not possible. Okay. Next. Else if sy hyphen sub rc is not comma close it. Else if sy hyphen sub rc equal to 2. And if sy sub rc equal to 0, write this one. Else if sy sub rc equal to 2. Equal to 2. Why this is coming red?
Yeah, double quotes, division, right?
Uh-huh. Okay. I went to Python. Huh? Just starting batch tomorrow only.
Sir, great, sir.
Let's see. Sub rc equal to 2, right? Equal to 2. Then here, while statement, right? Sy sub rc subtraction not possible. Subtraction not possible. Second value is greater than first value. What about the information you want? You can write here. Not possible. Not possible. Okay. And if then what is the other case? Right case? Else if you should not write else. You got the point here. Sub rc equal to 0, right? Successfully executed the function model without any exceptions. Check syntax. Else if space of rc equal to 0. Activate. Execute here. Right? It is the same value, right? But here divide by 0, right? Division here. Check it. Right? Division by 0 is not possible. How this works is, I'll put a breakpoint here. I'll put a breakpoint. Execute. I'll take the variant. So second value will become as 0. We give as a Okay, we'll save as a variant here. So I can give here variant name as divide by 0. Division by 0. Save it. Execute now. Right? P underscore var2 is 0. P underscore. I think I made a mistake, right? Check it here. I made a mistake here.
Yes,
P, what should be var1, right? Other one is var2.
yes, sir.
P underscore var2, P underscore var1. Okay, you can change here, right? var2 equal to 0. So node 10 will not go, right? Here. P underscore var1 I should have been given. Both the places I can P underscore var2. 0 only will go. We can modify inside the program. Go to here. Right? Here, I underscore var1. Don't both as 0. Right? I can modify here. I underscore var1 equal to because it is inside the program, I think we cannot modify it because input parameters, right? Let me go back. I underscore var1. Activate now. Activate here. Execute now. Execute. Divide by 0. Execute. Right here, no P underscore var1 is 10. P underscore var2 is 0. So 10 by 0 case. Single step. Control window function module code. So operator is we are given as a division. It goes to line number 25, right? 25 is true. Then if var2 is equal to 0, yes. Then raise divide by. See here, the concept here is the moment raise divide by 0 is executed, your SY subversive value will change. Think of to what value it will change. It will change it to 1 or 2. See the here the code here. You have two exceptions. Two exceptions you are having. Think of to what value it will change. Think of what could be the SY subversive value.
One, sir.
Hmm?
Division.
1, right? Why not 2? Because y will be 1. Why not 2?
The function model exception you give in the first line, the division by 0.
Correct. Order. Because first exception is divided by 0, the value of SY subversive will become 1 here. And SY subversive will become 2 for this case. Now this case SY subversive 1 will become 0. Sorry, 1. See here. Control is here now. The moment this statement 28 is executed, this becomes 1. See, it became 1 here. So if it is 1, we are making this division by 0 is not possible. Then it will execute this one. This is division by 0. Whereas if you make it subtraction, no? Okay. 10, 20, give the minus symbol here. Save it. Subtraction not possible. Subtraction not possible. Save it here. Execute now. So control is line number 17 here. Single step. If I press this one, what happens? Second button, if I press, what will happen here? Hmm? If I press this button, what happens? Second button. What will be the difference here? This button and this button.
So first one, if
Hmm.
you press it, so
Hmm.
let's first talk about the second one. The second one, basically, if I keep going with that, the second one, F6, then it will give me the result for this function module. However, it will not go inside it. But if I go with the F5, it will go inside the loop, inside the
Hmm.
function module also,
Hmm.
and show me the step by step. So it will not
Hmm.
it will not skip any step.
Hmm.
But in the F6, it will skip the step wherever it is calling something
No.
uh, outside the program,
No. No.
right?
It will not skip. It will not show us. That's all.
Yeah, I mean to say, yeah. So when I'm saying skip, it's not going inside it or showing. Yeah.
It will not show. Right? Because there is a meaning difference, right? Skip means it will not execute. It should not execute, right? It will skip to show us.
Yes, skip to show us. Yeah. So 17 to 29. So this is one one line for the system.
Correct.
If you notice,
Correct.
because the
Correct.
dot
Correct.
is on the last 28 line. Yeah.
Yes. So F6 means what the meaning of F6 is group of lines execute but don't show to me. I mean control execution it won't show to us. It goes the control inside, but it won't show us. At one step it will execute. Okay, if I press single step here. Right now, y underscore operator is minus. See, I mean, telling if you remember, right? This is the place where you apply the if conditions, what you learnt, what we have learnt. This is the real application of how useful. That time when we are explaining, we may not get the exact idea concept, but this is the real applications of all these if conditions. So SY sub or C, all these things. Are getting my point here? What I'm trying to say. So when we are initially learning the first 2 days, you don't get that application of that exactly at that point of time. Just we tell that syntax and concept only. Now this is a real application of those variables, sorry, if conditions, SY sub or C field, all these things. Okay. Now control will go to which line? Line number 25, right? Subtraction, right? So sorry, subtraction. Now this will become true or false. Check the value here. 10 minus 20. First value is less than the second value or not? True, right? Now what will be SY sub RC value should happen?
Two. Two, sir.
No,
Two.
2, right? Because subtraction not possible, we have defined as a second exception here, second position. Hence, SY sub RC become 2. Check it here. 2. After this statement become true. Okay. SY sub RC became 2 here. Right? Because the 2 you are executing this one, right? Subtraction not possible. Second value is greater than first value. Whatever you give here, you are going to, it is going to display based on this field value. Execute. Okay. Now if you give correct values, 10, 5. Execute. What happened this one? Maybe system problem. Huh? Let me log off. Maybe. So we'll just wait 1 minute. If this system not comes right, so this function model code I'll give it to you. Anyway, we have done. So I will. You can practice it. Then I'll quickly now I'll go to one more example with materials data, business data, internal table passing and all. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, na? So I'll try to complete by 10:30 class today. 10:30. Okay, na? Let me log into other system. Maybe some problem here. Can you see my screen?
No, sir, the screen is available.
It will share now. Now you can see my screen. So we'll build a small application. No? So we'll take material type as input. P underscore MTRT. And this is your ABAP program. For a given material type, okay, you should call a function model. This is a function model. You pass from here to here, function model on, sorry, parameter and internal table, and then data should come back to here. The program back again here. And this is output. Output should come here. And this is output. Okay. Your select statement should write. This is your database. SAP database, Mara table. From here to here, data should come. This will write quickly. We'll do it. Go to here. SC37. So we'll create one function model, gem image material extract, material data extract. 10 June. Wait. Right, I should give the material function group. I can give the same thing also what I have created already. Short test material information display. Right here I will define one parameter. Input I underscore mtrt. Type mtrt. Save it. For the tables, so we should go for the changing parameter because it works as import and export. Here, listen, very important concept here. You can define internal table IT underscore Mara underscore SF smart form. Sorry, function module. Type. This type, think of what type we should give here. Structure type or table type. There are three types in ABAP. One is data element. Second one is structure type. Third one is internal table. Internal table type. Table type. For that, we should create one table type. Go to here. S11. Data type. Go here. Mat info.
What is the use of changing?
Changing will work as import and export too. Data can bring into the function module and also you can change as well in the function module. Suppose you pass X from the program, changing parameter. You can make it that X to Y as well in the function module. Okay, we'll first do with your internal table one case. Click on create. For creating the table type, what we need exactly?
So
Structure.
first we need to create the structure. Sorry, please go ahead,
Structure
Rudra.
type. Structure type. Structure type. Structure type. Click on create. Structure type here. Say suppose we'll define some fields. MATNR, MTRT, MATKL, MATNR, MTRT, MATKL. First we'll create one structure type. Why I am not giving the client field here? Why I am not giving the client field here? And first field is MA indeed, right? Generally. Why? Why we are not giving MA indeed here?
Because this is client independent.
Table also client independent, right? Table also client independent only. But in the table,
Yes,
we will
but
give the
in
first
this,
field. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but in this case, when we, let's say we are moving, so when we are creating it, we are going to use in the program, right? So if we make it as a client dependent, then each time when we are transporting into the another system, we also have to make sure that we are reading that parameter also, right?
We are not creating here data, only structure we want.
Correct.
Use.
Perfect. Correct answer. See here, structure type only is just data type. You are not holding any data inside this structure, right? Whereas table holds the data. Hence, you need the client field saying that which client the data is being inserted. But whereas this is structure type only, data type only, this one. It's not a data object.
No,
We can use this to
no,
create
no.
a program.
Yes, I'm agreeing your point, Mahesh. What I'm saying it, if you want, you can add it also. You can
Add
add
it,
it,
but no
right?
use, kada.
Yes, but yeah,
See,
no,
in the table,
it will
any
not use
tables,
actually. Yeah,
any
it will.
table, purpose of MA and it is, it specifies not because of the dependent and independent data. Basically, it will show the data has been source of the data. If I go to here, if I go to Mara table, because the data is client dependent, it says that if you go to the contents here, go to the contents. This will signify that the data has been created of this material has been created in client through this client. Why? Why we need this one? Because business data is always client dependent. Two types of data. One is client dependent business data. Other one is client independent data. Think of what is the client independent data. Again, listen my word. Client dependent business data.
Yeah.
Other one is client independent data. Read my word. Client independent data. Client independent data. What is the client independent data? Table, program, function models, all client independent, right? That is not business data. Those tables you don't need MA and it field, but this data, business data is client specific. Hence, we have to create a field, first field as MA and DT. We have to, not we must. This is my important, my terminology. A good point. Same ZMAR I can create without MA and it field. It's not mandatory. But it won't specify the data is created in which client because we'll be using multiple clients, right? Very important point here, the concept point of view. Mara table, we can create without MA and it field as well. Right? Why? Why we should not? We can, but why we should not? Because business data, right? Business data is always client specific. Hence, you should create the, you should, not you must. You should create the client field as well. If you want, I can create quickly one table, ZMARA, in 5 minutes without client field. Do you want to see? You can
No,
create.
no, I got it, Mahesh. I got it. Yeah, thank you.
Right? Got the point, right? It's very important. Suppose if I take a table of dictionary objects, for example.
Yeah. What I'm saying, Mahesh, actually, I just because there is a might be I'm not able to. So what I'm telling Mahesh, let's say a customer is having three different production system. Are you with me?
Yes,
And
yes,
those
yes.
are yeah, those are basically dealing with the and those. So when I'm saying three production system, there is a PRD, but those are different based on the client. Let's say one is 100 production, there is a client 200 production, and the client 300 production. Are you with me?
Wait. So
Now,
100 production, 200 production, 300 production within the same box, right?
yeah, within the same box. Yes, agreed. Now the
Wait.
thing is,
I draw quickly one flow.
yeah, you just create it. I will tell you because the and
See, this is a production system. Huh? Okay. Inside this, you are having a 100 client. Okay. And maybe 200. Maybe 300. Three different clients. Yes, go ahead. 300 clients.
Yeah, so let's say what I'm saying you,
Hmm.
in this particular case, 100 system is running only for the, let's say, Bangalore business.
No, wait. We should not say 100 system. 100 client only. Client
100
only.
client,
Because
yeah, I mean to
system
say
same
yes.
only.
Yeah, I agree.
System
Yeah,
same.
yeah. So I'm just mimicking it. I'm not saying something what let me just, so let's say,
Good. No problem. Good. Yeah.
okay, now
Hmm.
when my production is running, let's say I'm creating one function module.
Hmm.
Are you with me?
Yes.
And when I'm creating the function module, I need to make sure that function module across all the three system,
Not three systems.
across
3 clients.
three clients, when I'm running my program, each it should not that one, because when I run it without client, it is going to 100. When I'm running the 100, it can impact the 200 too, right? In the same production. But if I'm running based on the client itself, my FM will be each time 100 client will be hitting only 100, 200 will be 200, and 300 will be 300.
Hmm.
Are you following me, right? What I'm saying? So in
Yes.
those cases, when I'm creating internal table or any structure, I
Hmm.
can use that mandatory field, or we can client field, right?
No. Never. Never is
Okay, okay,
required. Never is
okay,
required.
okay, okay, okay. Then
Whenever,
this place I was
whenever,
like bit confused.
no problem,
Okay,
no problem.
okay.
See,
Hmm.
whenever we are creating a structure type, for example, in S11, blindly we can ignore the MA entity field. Not at all required.
Okay, okay, okay.
Not at all
Hmm.
required. Because
But you
it is a
get the
temporary
use
data. It
case,
is a
right? What I
temporary
mean
data.
to say?
It is a temporary
Yeah.
data.
Okay.
Always in the structure, it holds the temporary data when the program is executing.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I got your point. What you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Because it never going to store any data, and we don't.
Correct,
Okay.
correct, correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So we can, with the programmatically we can manipulate. We don't have to store something based on the client, right?
If we want,
Oh,
we can maintain that field in the structure type, and in programming runtime, we can manage it. No problem. We can do it.
but it is
S11
not a
also we can.
mandatory sort of, or it is not something like okay,
Yes,
advisable. We should.
yes.
Okay,
And
makes sense.
not
Yeah, I
it will
got your
not
point. What
makes
you're
very
saying.
meaningful actually. That is the reason.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That I got your point. What you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Actually, I was there's a one of the person who was mentioning about this structure, and from
Mm-hmm.
that perspective, I thought it might be it is useful. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Now, right? I created one structure type here. Purposefully, I'll ask this question whenever I create this global structure type. Why we are not creating the client field? And many people, when learning, right? People think MANDT means mandatory. Many people don't know that we can create any table without a MANDT field. Table also.
yeah.
Because when learning what MANDT means, it will become mandatory by default. MANDT is not a mandatory, it's a client name, I think, in the German language.
Yes, might be. Yeah, yeah.
Check syntax. We'll do it quickly, no problem. Next 10 minutes will complete, okay? Syntax. This one, it won't come in S4 HANA. Okay, it comes here, the warning only. In the future, if you want to add what type of data fields you want to add data type. For that purpose, it is coming with this warning only. You can take off this warning. It can be enhanced in the future, either character type or numeric data types. Activate. Right now, you should create one table type also. Back, take this one, choose same data type, table type, table type. Click on create, go to table type, table type. Okay, give the line type here. Nothing but work area, structure type here. Now this will become internal table now. Check syntax. Activate. Now you take this table type and you declare in SC11, 37 here. Now this will become internal table here now. You can write here source code, select right? MATNR, MTRT, MATKL. 4 fields are defined, I think, right? From Mara into IT underscore Mara underscore function model. Check syntax. Into table keyword. Done now. Activate this one. Now this we can use in a web program. Go to SC38. Program. Volume function model. 10th June 2020. Click on create. Calling function model. Type executable. Save it. Save it. Right now here parameters p underscore mtrt type mara hyphen mtrt dot of selection. Right here we should declare one internet table also. Data id underscore mara type. So I can go table type directly here. In the changing parameter what we have given, stable type I can give here. Now this will become internal table. Then you call the function model. Pattern. Call the name of the function model here. And press enter. Then you pass here parameter type p underscore mtrt and internal table name it underscore mara. Check syntax. Activate. Let's say in debug mode. The breakpoint here. Execute. Use the material type as a finished material. Control go to here. Single step. It went to program inside the program. Oh, I forgot to give the comparison here. I should give the comparison here. Now it brings all the data. All 28,000 records are there. Right? I should give here here, here, where condition mtrt equal to p underscore mtrt. I underscore mtrt. Activate now. If you want to print, right, you need to write the code here. Right, go to here. If you want to print this, you need work area. Loop at it underscore mara into work area underscore mara statement data. MATNR and material type. Maybe 40, 30 position. Check syntax now. We'll give error, right? Because we have not declared the work area. We can go here, work area underscore mara. You can give type line of also. syntax. Activate. We give only FERT value. Finished material. FERT means finished material we are searching. Execute. So control will pass FERT value and internal table empty as a changing parameter. See here. This will go as a changing parameter empty now. And inside the function model, you are updating. Single step. Data is going to update into the internal table. Now what will happen to internal table? How many records it brings? I give the finished material as FERT. Right? FERT, how many records are there in Mara table? Mara table. For FERT, how many records are there? FERT finished material. Material type FERT. Number of entries. Python 501 will come here. Go to here. How do I know? Give S5 DBCNT. 5501. Here also 5501. Number of records. This is 5501 records are there here. F6. Control back to it. And now this loop will execute 5501. 5501 records will print here. This is the concept. Okay, stop recording, Ganesh.
It says stop.